the last video, we have completed that double overhanging beam with point loads. Today, we are going to see that the same double overhanging beam with a UDL which is going to act for the entire span. Within the related with that UDL, we are having a question that a beam of 8 meters carrying a UDL of 3 kN per meter on the entire span, and the beam is overhanging of 1 meter and 1.5 meters from the left hand support and right hand support. That is 1 meter. The beam is extending after the left support is 1 meter and after the right support is 1.5 meters, and the spacing between the two supports will be 5.5 meters, and we have to draw the shear force diagram and bend moment diagram for this given data, and we have to indicate the silent features. What is the silent points and silent features? Here we are having a silent points. Here where the shear force is getting the 0, that will be, and where the shear force, maximum shear force and minimum shear force and point of counterflexure, these are going to be silent points and silent features. They can give the silent points and silent features. We cannot be confused. Let it be. Next, for this given data, we are going to draw the diagram. For the given data, we have the diagram here. The UDL is acting for the entire span of the magnitude 3 kN per meter, and let us indicate the points where the beam is ending. Let it be C here, because I am already indicated that the RA and RB for the supports, and for the end of the beams we are going to indicate that C and D. Let it be. Next, moving on to the solution, we are having a 5-step method that to solve any problem. Let's see the 5-step method. That this is our 5-step method. That number 1, given data, and number 2, total load on beam, and number 3, summation of. The summation indicates that addition of upward reactions, that is RA and RB, and downward forces. We are having only the UDL. We have to convert it to be point load, so that it going to be in kilonewtons. And number 4, shear force calculation and bend moment calculation, and number 5, shear force diagram and bend moment diagram with respect to their values, with respect to shear force calculation and bend moment values. Let us start by taking the given data. Here, number 1, given data that we are having that a double overhanging beam, and with a UDL of magnitude 3 kN per meter for the entire span, and overhanging for the supports, that is 1 meter and 1.5 meter from left and right support, and in the middle portion, in the middle portion we are having only 5.5 meters. And next, this is our given data. For this given data, we have drawn the diagram, that is here itself, and we are having a second step, that total load on beam. For the second step, we are having the UDL for the entire span with a magnitude of 3 kN per meter, so that we have to convert the UDL to the point load, so that we are going to get the total load in kilonewtons, or you can say that we have to convert the units from UDL to the point load, or kilonewton per meter to the kilonewton, then it is also will be correct. That is, we are having 3 kN per meter for the UDL. When I am going to multiply with a meter, then I am going to get the value in kilonewtons, because of here meter going to cancel, and we are remaining with only kilonewtons. That will be the remaining kilonewtons that going to be convert as point load. Here we are having 3 kilonewton per meter and it is acting for the entire span, that is 8 meters. 8 meters. So that meter going to cancel, and 8 is a 24 kilonewtons. Here it is a total load on beam which is going to act on this beam, that is 24 kilonewtons. And next, moving on to the third step, that is our summation of upward reactions is equal to downward forces. That let it be here. Look into the following sketch, that is, in the beam we are having upward reactions that are RE and RB, so that going to be written in the LHS side, and the downward forces we are having only the UDL. It should be converted to the point load, so that it going to be equal to the kilonewtons, so that RA plus RB, the summation indicates that addition of the members which are going to be in LHS side or in the upward direction, that is RA plus RB is equal to downward forces are the UDL 3 kN per meter, which is going to convert to the point load, so the multiplying with 8 it gives the total load, that is 24 kilonewtons. Since RA plus RB is equal to 24 kilonewtons, here we are getting the combination of RA plus RB is equal to 24. We don't know the individual reactions of RA and RB, so that to get the individual reaction of RA and RB, we are having a moment method, that moment method and substitution method to follow, and to find out the any one of the reaction, substitute the value of known reaction in this equation 1 to get the another value. Let's see how the procedure will be. In this moment method, we are having a twist that if I take the moments about A is equal to 0, then I am going to find the value of RB reaction, that is moment about A is equal to 0, then I am going to find the reaction of RB. If I am going to take the moment about B is equal to 0, then I am going to find the value of RA reaction. If I want to take the moment about A is equal to 0, that I am having a sign convention that clockwise as positive, anti-clockwise as negative. If I want to take the moments about B is equal to 0, in a similar way, I am having a sign convention that clockwise as negative, anti-clockwise as positive. Remember these sign conventions while taking the moments about A and about B. Let's start with the moment about A is equal to 0 and taking the sign conventions this one, and here let it be. Moment about A is equal to 0, that here if I take the moment about A is equal to 0, then RA is going to be disappears in this equation, that moment about A is equal to 0, that because of there is no perpendicular distances to multiply with this RA reaction, so that is going to be disappears, and we are having on the RB reaction and the load UDL. Let's see how the moment will be taken like this. Here RB is taking moment in direction of anti-clockwise direction, like this. Here when it will be 12 here, it is going to be 11 side, so that it is going to be anti-clockwise direction, so that negative sign minus RB into the distance from RB to the RA is 5.5, and next UDL for the left of the RA reaction, the 3 kilonewton per meter is acting for the span of 1 meter, taking the moments in like this direction, that is will be anti-clockwise direction, that is taking the moments in anti-clockwise. Let us think that is 6 here, and it is going for the 5, it going to be anti-clockwise direction, so that negative 3 into 1, and taking the moments from the mid span, that is 1 by 2, and after this RA left of the UDL, and we are having also the right of the UDL for the span of 7 meters, that is acting in clockwise direction like this, acting in clockwise direction, so that positive 3 into 7 and taking the moments from the mid span, that is 7 by 2, that will be equal to 0. And for this equation we are having a 2 negative values and 1 positive value. I am sending the 2 negative values after this is equal to, so that it becomes as a positive. Let's see how it will be. It's going to be like this. And after these calculations in the calc, I am going to get the value of RB, that is the value of RB will be 13.09 kilonewtons, and substituting the value of RB in equation 1, that is RA plus RB, that is equal to, we are having the 24. In the place of RB I am going to substitute the value of 13.09, so that I am going to get the value of RA is equal to, the value of RA is 10.91 kilonewtons. And moving on to the fourth step, that is shear force calculation and bending moment calculations. While taking the shear force calculations, we have to take the each and every point on the beam, that is point C, point A, point B and point D, for the left and the right of the points, such as like this. Shear force at C for the left and right. Here let's go into the find out the shear force values. For the left of the C, when I am going to stand the left of the C, I am going to find no reactions or no extended of this beam, so that I am going to consider it as 0 kilonewtons. And when I am moving to the right of the C, that is here itself, here just right of the C here, I am going to find no, that is a UDL which cannot be divided up to the right of the A, so that I am going to take for the left of the A, that is here itself, where the UDL is ending between C and A, that is at a left of the A, here itself. I am having the UDL for the left of the A 3 kilonewton per meter, which is going to act for the 1 meter, that is 3 into 1, it is going to be negative direction because downward will be negative. For the shear force calculations we are having that downward is negative and upward will be positive. Remember the sign conventions while finding the shear force calculations. Here the UDL is in the downward direction, acting in downward direction, so that negative minus 3 into 1, that going to be 3 kilonewtons minus 3 kilonewtons. And moving on to the right of the A, we are having the UDL and upward reaction of RA. When I am going to stand here itself, here we are having that a upward reaction RA and the UDL 3 kN per meter into 1, that going to be like this. Up to the left we are having minus 3. For the right we are having a positive, because upward direction of RA, the value of RA is positive 10.91. The value going to be 7.91. And moving on to the B, for the left of the B we are having the UDL in the downward direction, such that I am going to continue from the right of the RA, so that it going to be same value. For the right of the A, I am having that 7.91, and up to the A to B I am having that UDL which is going to act for the 5.5 meters. Let it going to be add in this reaction, that is minus 3 into 5.5. The value going to be, that is minus 8.59. And moving on to the B right, that is here itself, we are having a upward reaction, that is RB in the upward direction. Up to the left we are having minus 8.59. After the right we are having a positive RB reaction, that is value of RB is 13.09. It is going to be value that 4.5 kilonewtons, and this is going to continue up to the left of the D, that is, and up to the left of the D, that is here itself. We cannot divide the UDL in between of these RB and D. We can only divide this UDL after the right of the D, so that I am going to take the right of the D value, that is here. Up to the right of the B, I am having the value of 4.5 kilonewtons, and from RB to the D we are having a 3 kilonewton per meter with a span of 1.5 meters, so that in the direction of downward, so that negative 3 into 1.5, which is going to convert the UDL to the point load, so that it is going to be easy to subtract from this, so that the value going to be 0 kilonewtons on the reference line. This is our shear force calculation values to draw the shear force diagram. And next, moving on to the bend moment calculations, let's see that here for the moment about C and moment about D, we are getting 0 because there is no perpendicular distances after this D and after this C to multiply with this point, so that it is going to be 0, and moment about D also is going to be 0, and we are remaining only with the moment about A and moment about B to find out. Here for the moment about A, that is at RA, we are having LHS side and RHS side. If I want to take the moments about A from the LHS side, we are having a sign conventions, and RHS we are having another sign conventions. Let's see what is that. This is our sign conventions. If I want to take the moment about A from LHS, that I am going to take these sign conventions. If I am going to take the moments about A from RHS, I am going to take these sign conventions. Let's see that about A. If I want to take the moment about A from RHS, I am going to include that RB and this UDL load. If I want to take the moment about A from LHS, I am going to having only one UDL, which is going to be included, so that for the easier method I am going to take LHS side, that is this one, clockwise as positive, anti-clockwise as negative, and this UDL is taking the moments in anti-clockwise direction, so that negative, the value is going to be 3 into 1, which is going to convert as a point load, because of the UDL is going to act only for the 1 meter. The magnitude of UDL is 3, and 3 is going to multiply with 1, it is going to be converted as a point load. Then taking the moments from the midspan of the 1 meter, that is 1 by 2, the value going to be minus 1.5 kilonewton into meter. And similarly, moving on to the B, for the moment about B, I am going to take the same conventions that whatever I am taking here, and same here I am having the RHS and LHS for the RB reaction. If I want to take the moment about B from LHS side, I am going to include the reaction RA and this UDL. And next, if I want to take the moment about B from RHS, that is going to be only included for this 3 kilonewton per meter into the 1.5 meters. That is going to be like this, and this is going to take the moments in a clockwise direction, so that clockwise will be positive, so that here RHS, that is here RHS side of the RB reaction, so that negative 3 into 1.5, which is going to convert as a UDL to the point load, and taking the moments from the midspan of the 1.5 by 2. That going to be value 3.375 kilonewton into meter. And these are our bending moment calculation values to draw the bending moment diagram. Let's see the diagram. Let's start with the shear force values. For the left of the C, we are having a 0 here, and for the moving to the A, for the left of the A, we are having a -3, that going to be like this, and moving on to the right, we are having a 7.91. Let us have this point here, and moving on to the B, for the left, we are having a -8.59. Let it be here, and moving on to the right of the B, we are having a 4.5, and moving on to the D, we are getting a 0, that is for the right of the D. By joining these points, we are getting the shear force calculations, shear force diagram. Here we are having a values that 0, -3, and 7.91, and moving to the negative value of 8.59, and moving to the positive 4.5, and it is 0. These are all in kilonewtons. Here we are getting the value 0 at the midspan of the 5.5 meters, so that we don't know the exact distance of this getting the 0, and we know the value of here itself, and moment about A and moment about B. Let's draw the bending moment diagram for this, and after the bending moment diagram, we are getting the moment about, let us point it is as E, moment about E, that will be here moment about A and moment about A and moment about B is -1.5 and -3.375, and moment about C and moment about D is 0. So that by these values I am going to draw the bending moment diagram, that is here it is 0, and moment about D and moment about C is 0, and moment about A, this line -1.5, and we are having a 0 of shear force, where the shear force is getting the 0. At that point, the bending moment is going to be maximum. Let's see where it will be, and the value of bending moment. Here at the point E, we don't know the exact distance at E, so that I am going to take the distances from A is x, and the remaining distance will be from E to from B 5.5 minus x. This is x, this is 5.5 minus x, and according to the similar triangles, I am going to find the value of x like this. Length by height is equal to length by height. Here we are having a length of x meters, that is x, and for the height of this triangle 7.91 is equal to, and the length of this triangle is 5.5 minus x, that is 5.5 minus x, and height of this triangle is 8.59. By this cross multiplication, we are getting the equation that after these calculations, putting the value of 8.59 into x is equal to 5.5 minus x into 7.91, the cal C, I am going to get the value of x is equal to 2.63. Here the value going to be 2.63, and the remaining value of 5.5 minus x, that is 2.87. Here we have to take the moment about E, which is at a distance of 2.63 from RA. Here we are having a value of x is 2.63 meters. We have to take the moment about E, that is here itself, that RA, I am going to take the moment about E from the LHS, so that clockwise as positive, anti-clockwise as negative. Here RA is taking the moment about E in the direction of clockwise direction, so that positive RA into the distance. And next we are having a UDL. in between C to E, so that negative is going to act in anti-clockwise direction like this, so that the value of 3 UDL, the value of UDL is 3, and it is going to act for the meters of 2.63. RA to the E is 2.63 plus 1, because here we are having 1 in the RA to the C, and taking the moments from the midspan of this beam, that is 2.63 plus 1 by 2. This is going to be moment about E. Let's find the value of this. Placing the value of RA 10.91 and getting the value of 8.92795 kilonewton into meter. Here the moment about E, that will be here 8.92795. Let's draw the lines by joining these points to get the bending moment diagram. Here we are going to draw with the curved lines, because bending moment having UDL, so that we are getting the parabolic lines for the bending moment diagram. The value is going to be like this: minus 3.375, minus 1.500. Here it is 8.92795 kilonewton into meter. Here this is our bending moment diagram, and this is our shear force diagram. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe this channel for my regular updates on strength of materials.